James, what's your thoughts on all this? James Woudhuysen, by the way, is sitting in my chair. Don't get too comfortable because I'm swapping back in just a moment, young man. Your thoughts on all of this kind of, where are the fence lines? You know, what can you say, what can't you say?
Well, I think if you look at the historical scheme of things, Michelle, our woke friends today, despite the oppression of gays and of transsexuals in decades, have experienced relatively little violence compared with, say, the Holocaust or something like that. That, along with the decline of Western thought, is one more reason why perhaps they equate words with violence, because they're not very familiar with violence. Violence for them is words now. And of course, if you criticize them too much, you yourself will be cancelled or subjected to the violence that you're talking about. So we live in a world where, courtesy Hollywood especially, but even bits of the comedy circuit, where feelings, not rationality, will erupt more and more. And the real victims are not so much as debate, comedy, free speech, democracy, just a few minor matters like that. So it's a really, really worrying trend, and it goes much wider than comedy, as I'm sure Andrew would accept.
James, did you want to come in?
Well, nuance is not the strong point of people who, you know, throw punches and so on. But again, if I may take the historical perspective, you look at Lenny Bruce. Look at Mel Brooks, who said that, you know, comedy is puncturing politically correct balloons. I'm trying to find it on the internet where he said that, but that's how he defined comedy. Bit narrow, I can run with it. So if you look at the greats in comedy, you know, offensive wasn't in it, you know, and you look at Warren Mitchell in Till Death Us Do Part, you know, you can't publish these kinds of people nowadays. What censorious is the atmosphere.
What I like about you is your sophistication. You're quoting all of these very interesting comedians, and I'm sat there referencing Roy Chubby Brown. Make of that what you will.